Front office insider Jim Bowden joining us here. What is the latest that we're hearing with Japanese superstar Seiya Suzuki and the Chicago Cubs, Jim?
Yeah, they've agreed to a 5-year, $70 million contract. Seiya Suzuki in Chicago last night met with the owner who signed off on the deal, Tom Ricketts, and he will be a Cub, and the plan for him is to play center field for them. Now, Suzuki was the MVP of the Premier 12 League last year for the Hiroshima Carp, hit 38 homers, had an OPS of 1079. He's a very patient hitter. He'll work a count, has power, has speed, can steal a bag when needed. And now the big question is, how will his performance in Japan translate here to the States? You know, you never really know until you face Major League pitching on a consistent basis. But from all reports from our scouts in Japan, they believe it's going to translate favorably, probably like Hideki Matsui translated. They think he's a really good player. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar or be an MVP candidate here, but I do think, based on the reports I'm hearing, this is a player capable of making an all-star team or two during his 5 years with the Chicago Cubs.
Jim, can you remind us and baseball fans in terms of that position player aspect? You mentioned Hideki Matsui, Tsuyoshi Shinjo, and why they're differently viewed than pitchers when they come over to the States.
Yeah, I mean, look, the easy part is to scout pitching, right? Because when you see the stuff a pitcher has, the delivery, the deception, the ability to locate, the late movement, it's very easy from an evaluative standpoint to understand how that's going to translate in the United States against hitters. On the other side, it's really difficult sometimes to evaluate how a hitter's going to translate because you never see him over there against the pitchers that he's going to face in the States. You know, over there, you're not facing Jacob deGrom or Max Scherzer or Garrett Cole. You only do that when you come here to the States. So that's where it's tough. So, you know, when you look at it, he hits high velocity, stays back on breaking balls well, works the count. He's got a lot of the elements to make this kind of risk at 5 years, $70 million. There is some risk in this deal. At the same time, if he's able to translate what he did in Japan here, he'll be underpaid here. So we'll have to wait and see. There were 7 clubs ended up being in on the Suzuki sweepstakes, but Jed Hoyer made it very clear he wanted him in Chicago. He's really been targeting the younger free agents like Suzuki, who's 27 years old, because Jed Hoyer understands his window to compete and win isn't going to be in 22, probably not 23 either. We're probably looking at 2024 before the Cubs are back being legitimate contenders.
One more thing on this, Jim. Was there a posting fee? And can you also, again, remind us with the lockout that we're just coming off of, are we still doing business as usual in terms of international signings and deals?
Yeah, so you didn't have to post for Suzuki, and he was not contained like Ohtani was because of his age. He was not under 25, so he's not contained on what you can offer him. So he was legitimately a free open market player coming over from Japan. And now that the lockout is over, yes, all the rules are back to the way they were.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.